Hello. The Silence of the Heart by Paul Ferrini. Chapter 9, Embracing the Self. Committing to self. Most of you know what you want, but you do not wait for it. You are constantly compromising your needs and your values to fit the situations which present themselves to you. You take the job or the relationship not because it offers what you desire, but because you are afraid of a better offer. You're afraid a better offer won't come. You live your life afraid to take risks because you do not want to give up the security you have. I have news for you. That security is your death knell. Knell for those word people. It prevents you from asking sincerely for what you want. I'm going to read that little blip again. You live your life afraid to take risks because you do not want to give up the security you have. I have news for you. That security is your death knell. It prevents you from asking sincerely for what you want. If you are ready to release negative, masochistic, people-pleasing patterns, you must be willing to stand in the conviction of who you are, no matter how others respond to you. You must reach down deeply inside yourself and affirm yourself as you alone know yourself to be. You must reach down deeply inside yourself and affirm yourself as you alone know yourself to be. That's if you're ready to release negative, masochistic, people-pleasing patterns. You must affirm yourself as you alone know yourself to be. Put the ideas and opinions of others aside and stand in your own integrity. Step fully into your thoughts and feelings. Inhabit your life. Inhabit your life. Connect with your joy. Find the source of energy and wisdom in yourself and live out from that center. Lest you take the time to do this, you will not connect with your own desire energy. You cannot reach out and take hold of life if you are always apologizing for yourself or seeking to win the approval of others. Take the time to breathe and connect. Take the time to be. Find your joy and commit to it. Stop looking without. Take a day, a week, or a month and look within. Make a commitment to yourself. How else can you find the self? You require your attention. And I'm going to call in a little Archangel Michael spray on that one. You require your attention. These are color mirrors. COLOUR. Mirrors. MIRRORS. USA.com or .com if you're international. Love it. Calling in Michael. Archangel Michael. Let us hear these words in the name of the good Lord. That was a good one. Make a commitment to yourself. How else can you find the self? You require attention. You require attention. Your thoughts and feelings require validation from you. For a moment, stop looking for satisfaction outside yourself. Do what makes you happy. Do not question it or apologize for it. Care for yourself gently and generously. Eat what you want to eat. Sleep as long as you want to. Energize yourself on all levels of your being. Do not compromise. Be committed to you. Do it for 1 hour a day, every day without fail. Or do it 1 day per week, every week without fail. Give this time to yourself as a gift. This is how you become acquainted with yourself. This is how you develop a commitment to you. Without a commitment to yourself, nothing worthwhile can be accomplished in your life. If you have never committed to yourself, how can you commit to another? Good question. You can't, Paul says. There are millions of people who think that they are in committed relationships, yet very few of them have committed to themselves. Most of them have used their commitment to another to avoid committing to themselves. Does self-commitment seem selfish to you? If so, you must learn that what honors you cannot possibly hurt or take anything away from others. If others feel disturbed by your commitment to yourself, you may take this as a sign that they are actively betraying themselves. How could they possibly empower you? Their opinions and agendas will always take you away from yourself. Don't be a fool and give your time and attention here. People who betray themselves seek to manipulate others because they believe that others have something to offer them that they can't get for themselves. Of course, this is not true. Others can offer you only what you can give to yourself, because they are simply the reflection of that. Others can offer you only what you can give to yourself, because they are simply the reflection of that. Everything that you can get from another is already present within yourself, or you would not be able to call that reflection to you. The perception that others can give or take away from the self is an illusion. No one can give you what you do not have or take away what you do have. No one can give you what you do not have or take away what you do have. Only what is illusory can be given or taken away. Only judgment, interpretation, opinion, and approval can be given and taken away. If you accept these false gifts to prop up your self-confidence, be prepared for the time when they are wrested away. To accept a false gift from another is to betray the self. It is to place value on what is without value. If you build on quicksand, do not be surprised if your home is destroyed in the first storm. You have only two choices in life. You can be faithful to self, or you can betray the self. No one else is responsible for your happiness or lack of it. Well, then let's just spray a little magic starlight, like starlight magic. So if we're responsible for our own happiness, may it be magical. Phew, people. I mean, if we're responsible, come on, let's just do it. Let's just say, let's make it magical. Let's just do it. Right? Don't you think? You think? Wow. In betraying yourself, you betray others, for self-betrayal is insincere and dishonest. When you do not ask for what you want, and or when you accept what you do not want, you set others up for disappointment. Sooner or later, you will have to admit the truth. You don't really want what you asked for. All abuse emanates from the initial lie we tell ourselves. The lie is, I want you, when the truth is, I want myself. If you accept this lie, you will try in vain to give me myself, but it will never work. You can never give me myself unless I am willing to give me myself. If I am using my relationship with you to avoid myself, then there is absolutely no way you can give me what I want. In such cases, it will only be a matter of time before my illusory desire for you runs its course and it becomes clear to me that you cannot give me what I want. If I am particularly scared of meeting myself, I will continue to seek self through others, leaving a wake of false promises and unnecessary tears. It is not that I consciously abuse you, it is that my decision not to honor myself leads to a cul-de-sac. I seek self through other, and self cannot be found there. If you join me on the journey, you can be sure that you too are seeking self through other, and your outcome will be the same as mine. What we promise to each other cannot be given. Our relationship is set up for both of us. Our relationship is a setup for both of us. We are mirrors for each other. The cycle of abuse continues until you wake up. Waking up means not projecting blame onto the other person. It means refusing to be a victim. It means seeing your own self-betrayal for what it is. When you let the other off the hook and acknowledge the self-betrayal, you will take the first step towards breaking this abusive pattern. That step is merely to see that your search for the beloved in another is a futile search. The more you look without for love, the more adamantly you are brought face to face with yourself. I have said before that until you meet the beloved within, you cannot meet him or her without. Others can give you only what you are willing to give yourself. And what you are unwilling to give, which of course is what you want, cannot be given by another. Does this mean that all relationships constitute a betrayal of self and are doomed to failure? Whew! Not at all. Perhaps, but far more than you think. Most relationships are a conspiracy on behalf of both partners to avoid making a commitment to themselves. They use the other person as a substitute for genuine surrender to the presence of love within. The only way out of the detour of codependent, mutually deceptive relationships is to befriend the self, honor the self, love and embrace the self. Then one can build relationship on the truth of self-coherence. This is the new paradigm of relationship. In the new paradigm, my commitment to love you is an extension of my commitment to love myself. Because I love you, my commitment to self is extended to include you. I am therefore committed to both of us at the same time. In the old paradigm relationship, the commitment to self is vitiated by the commitment to other. In seeking to please the other, self is abandoned. Since the abandoned self is incapable of love, this constitutes a vicious cycle of attraction and rejection. First, the self is excluded, and then the other is excluded. All genuine relationship must be built on the foundation of one's acceptance of and love for self. That is the primary spiritual gesture, the one that opens the door to the potential for intimacy. When you know what you want, you can ask for it. When someone says, "I'm sorry, I can't offer that," you say, "No problem, it will come in good time." You stay focused on what you want, regardless of what people offer you. You reject all the conditions with which love and attraction are offered to you. You hold fast to the truth of your heart, accepting no less than you have promised to yourself. And in time, it comes because you have been faithful to yourself, because you have learned to bring love to yourself, because you have answered the call within your own heart. The beloved appears unannounced at your doorstep. This is not a magical formula, but the fruit of a committed spiritual practice. Wow, guys. One more time, The Silence of the Heart by Paul Verini, Chapter 9. Sending so much love. And a little more Archangel Michael. Blessings. Love. Blessings.